Let's make a key for cosecant. When you graph cosecant, you'll type in 1 over sine, and just like secant, you're going to have some n's and some u's. So if you look at your table, at 0, you have an error message, which means you have an asymptote right there. And if you scroll on down, you'll see that your next error message is at 180, and that would be another asymptote. All the error messages here will be true. They'll be asymptotes. In between, so 90, you're going to have a low point at 1. And if you go another 90 past this asymptote here at 270, you have a high point, -1. Let's fill in this chart. Just like with secant, we're going to reciprocate but this time sine. The sine of pi over 6 is a half, so when we reciprocate that, the sine of pi over 4 is radical 2 over 2, so when we reciprocate that, we get this, and that cleans up nicely. When we reciprocate for pi over 3, the sine of pi over 3 is radical 3 over 2, so when we reciprocate that, and that cleans up, not as nice. And those are the things we had for secant, but they're switched a little. 0 is going to give me an asymptote. 90 is going to give me a 1, and then I just start repeating. 60 and 120 related. Second quadrant, sine is still positive. This will be an asymptote. 210 is just like 30, but we're now in the third quadrant, negatives. And then we'll top out. 300, we're in the fourth quadrant. Sine 300 is just like 60, but it's going to be negative because in the fourth quadrant, sine is negative. And this will be an asymptote. And that little feller moves over here. Okay, so scooch this down a little bit. So asymptote. 30, 60, 90 will be a 1. 30, 60, 90, and that'll be another asymptote. You're at 180, you're at pi. 30, 60, 90, you're going to be at 270. You have a high point, 30, 60, 90, you'll have another asymptote. And so on and so on. The nice things about sine is those halves. So when we reciprocate, we get 2's here and here. And when we reciprocate down here, we get -2's here and here. Not too bad. Not, terrible. All right, some points that are pretty nice. All right, some things that were nice. 0 was nice, not as a point, but it did help me out with my asymptotes. So that's going to help me with my domain. All real, but 0, plus minus. 90 was nice. 90 gave us a 1. Pi was nice. It was an asymptote, plus minus k pi. 3 pi over 2 was nice. And 5 pi over 2, 7 pi over 2 will alternate back and forth from 1 to -1. Also, that was nice was the 30s. Pi over 6 gave me 2. 5 pi over 6 gave me 2. First and second quadrant. 7 pi over 6 gave me -2, third quadrant. And 11 pi over 6 gave me -2 also, fourth quadrant. Those were nice. The range is like secant. We're going to start low, and then we're going to I think I put 2 on that last one, didn't I? And then we'll pick that up at 1. Okay. I believe I might have done the last graph wrong. What is the period? Just like sine, it'll be 2 pi divided by any b value. There wasn't a b value. List the intercepts. There were no x-intercepts, and the y-axis acted as an asymptote, so we have none for both of these. And the asymptotes right here, and there's your asymptotes.